As we approach the end of the financial year, many employees are looking forward to receiving their end-of-the-year bonuses from their employers. Statistically, employers and employees both value performance bonuses, but the big question is what a performance bonus really means. We discussed this with financial expert Michelle Austin, who is the winner of the Steel and Engineering Industries Federation of South Africa Excellence Award for Businesswoman of the Year 2022. Michelle, a very good morning to you and welcome to Radio Islam International.
Good morning. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So this performance bonus, where does it originate? What does it mean?
Okay, so bonuses are basically a form of gratuity. So in other words, it's a payment of appreciation by the employer to the employee for recognizing either a job well done or going the extra mile. But the first point that I'd like to make is there's actually various kinds of bonuses. So we have 13th checks or Christmas bonuses. And the challenge with this type of bonus is that over the years, employees tend to come to expect this kind of payment of the 13th check. So they think it's a right or an entitlement, or even as a condition of employment, even though that 13th check might not be contractually written into their contract. So they consider it to be a guaranteed bonus. So what that resulted in is many employees have actually done away with this form of bonus and have rather decided to incorporate that amount into the employee's basic salary. There's also a production bonus, and this type of bonus is basically based on an individual or a department's performance against various targets which are set. And it normally includes the quality of production as well. It's a kind of performance bonus. And then there's the performance bonus. So this kind of bonus is normally paid for good performance and is based on various factors, and it's often company specific. So it may be a percentage of an employee's salary or wages. It could also be a lump sum that is paid to a department, and then it's split into equal amounts to each employee in that department. You can also do various other more complicated calculations, but my experience is to actually just keep it simple.
Now, we know that we're going through a bit of an economic crunch. We've just come out of the worst of the COVID situation economically. What advice would you give to both employers and employees where it's not possible, the funds are just not there for a bonus this year? How should they both manage it?
So I think it's quite important to keep the communication channels open. So I think the earlier that you speak up as an employer, the better. If employees expect a bonus and then come the 15th of December or the 25th of December, whenever it is, and they go and look at their paycheck or the amount that they've received in their bank, and it is lower than what they were expecting, then you're going to have some very disgruntled employees. So, if the company has had a bad year, they're going to know about that earlier rather than later. So they should rather just speak up, call the employees aside, either together as a group or one-on-one, and talk to them, explain to them that this is what the story is, and potentially even, so what we did a couple of years ago is that exact thing happened during COVID, so in the 2020 year. So what we did from a cash flow perspective is we said to our employees, we cannot afford to pay your full bonuses now. So what we're going to do is we're going to pay 50% of your bonus now. And once the cash flow situation improves, we will pay the remaining 50%. And we did that. It's about keeping those communication channels open and being honest with your employees and keeping them in the loop the entire time.
How do you strike the balance between just giving a general bonus, everyone gets it, everyone's happy at that time, versus a performance-based bonus, where bonuses are given, but those who work harder will get more, and productivity also increases? The downside to that scenario is others will always feel disgruntled. They will feel that they worked hard, but they did not get due recognition. What kind of balance do you try and find there?
100%. So I think basically from a performance bonus perspective, I think that you need to have those discussions up front. So if you're going to roll out a performance-based bonus scheme, It needs to be an upfront discussion. So right at the beginning of the year, you need to sit down and have a discussion together with your employee. And what you need to do is set expectations that are smart. So specific, measurable. Sorry, I'm having a thought lapse.
So you were talking to us about the balance, yeah.
Realistic, 100%. So upfront, you need to discuss those, and the employee needs to be completely in the process. So they need to know what their goals and their targets are. That they need to know. They basically need to be on the same page upfront, and then there needs to be regular feedback or check-in sessions to discuss the employee's progress. So if at the end of the year, depending on what your agreement is, the employee has either met or exceeded your expectations, then you would then pay out the performance bonus, and you agree to the calculation up front. So it's basically a process that results in trust and upfront agreements and constant feedback loop. And basically what that process should result in is improved employee morale, as well as highly motivated and productive employees. So to me, it's not actually the performance bonus itself that causes the increased productivity, but it's rather that communication, that open and honest communication and the feedback and the agreement. So that basically creates the magic of employee engagement. So basically the employee then becomes self-motivated and is not driven by the money.
All right, Michelle, thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
Have a great day and go well.
Thank you so much. You too.
That was Michelle Austin, winner of the Steel and Engineering Industries Federation of South Africa Excellence Award for the year 2022, talking to us about year-end bonuses. Many companies struggling this year, many employees also struggling, so they needed more than what they needed it previously. And such is the dilemma. Also, do you just continue to give every year on a general scale, or do you actually reward those whose performance is better? Right, 6:30 time now.